In this video for Positive Maths, we're going to learn about prisms. So a prism is a solid figure with a uniform cross-section. What this means is that if we cut the shape across the way, no matter how many times we cut it across, the face of the shape will always remain the same. So all the way back, it'll always remain a square in the first prism. It'll always be a circle in the second prism, which is also our cylinder. And it's always going to be a triangle in our last one. So let's discuss the volume of a prism. The volume of a prism is equal to the area of the cross-section, or the area of the face, multiplied by the length. So again, if we look at our first one, it's going to be the area of this square multiplied by the length. The second one is our cylinder. We already know that we are given the volume of the cylinder. So the volume of the cylinder is pi r squared h. So this is the area of the circle multiplied by the height. So our last shape, it's going to be the area of a triangle multiplied by the length. This 3D shape is a right prism because the top is vertically above the base and its sides are rectangular. So let's work on calculating the following volumes. So our first shape, we're already given the area of the cross section. So the area is equal to 120 centimeters squared. And we're given the length is equal to 30 centimeters. So therefore our volume is going to be equal to 120 multiplied by 30. So it's going to be 3,600 centimeters cubed. So again, remembering area is centimeters squared, volume centimeters cubed. Okay, the second prism. We're told that the area of the face is 15 centimeters squared. So the volume of this prism is going to be 15 multiplied by 20. So we find that the volume is 300 centimeters cubed again. Let's look at another problem. Here we're given different dimensions. We have the base of the triangle is equal to 12. The height is equal to 14 centimeters. And the length of the prism is equal to 8 centimeters. So again, we want to remember that the volume is equal to the area of the cross section multiplied by the length. So we have to find the area of the triangle. We want to remember that the area is half the base by the height. And then that's going to be multiplied by the length. So we're going to have half 12 by 14 multiplied by 8. So that will give us 84 multiplied by 8. So our volume is going to be 672 centimeters cubed. Let's calculate the volume of this prism. We are given the base is equal to 8 meters, the perpendicular height is 4 meters, and the length is 6 meters. So again, our volume is going to be the area of the cross section multiplied by the length. So we'll have half 8 by 4 multiplied by 6. So that'll be half of 32 by 6. So our volume is going to be 96 meters cubed. Okay, now we're going to work on finding the surface area. We want to find the total surface area of the prism below to the nearest centimeter. So what's important here is that we don't forget any of the sides. So we're going to identify them. Okay, we have a rectangle at the bottom. Just going to label that number 1. So that's the bottom. We also have this rectangle at the top. That's 2. We have this side over here. which is 3. We have the front, we're going to label 4. And we have the back, we're going to label 5. Okay, so just so we don't leave out any of the sides, we have the top and the bottom, the 2 sides and the back. Okay, so our total surface area. This is going to be equal to the area of 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5. So the area of all of those shapes. Okay, so let's work on finding the area of 1. So it's a rectangle. We have the length is 8, the width is 10. So the area of 1 is going to be 8 by 10, which is going to give us 80 centimeters. Okay, now let's work on 2. This is our triangle at the back. So we have the height is equal to 3, the length is equal to 10, or the base is equal to 10. So it's going to be half 3 by 10, which will give us 15 centimeters. Okay, at the same time, I'm going to do 4 because it's going to be the same. It's the triangle at the front. So that's also going to be equal to half 3 by 10, which will be 15 centimeters. Sorry, these are all centimeters squared for area. Okay, 3 is going to be 3 multiplied by 8, which will give us 24 centimeters squared. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and our last one, 5. This is going to be the rectangle at the top. Okay, so let's discuss this. We have the length 8 centimeters, but we need the dimension for this side from here A over to B. In order to find that length, we need to use Pythagoras' theorem. Okay, because we have a right angle triangle, so where we have the height is 3, the base is 10, and then we're looking for the hypotenuse. I'm going to call this x. So Pythagoras' theorem tells us that x squared is equal to 3 squared plus 10 squared. So x squared is going to be equal to 9 plus 100. So x squared is going to be equal to 109. Therefore, x is going to be equal to the square root of 109, which is equal to 10.44. Okay, so if we go back to 5 then, we need to find the area of this rectangle at the top. So that's going to be 10.44 multiplied by 8. Which is going to give us 83.52 centimeters squared. So our total surface area is going to be the sum of all of these sides. So when we add 80 plus 15 plus 15 plus 24 plus 83.52, we're going to get 217.52, and that's centimeters squared. If we just check our question, we're told to find the total surface area of the prism below to the nearest centimetre. So therefore our answer is going to be 218 centimetres squared. For more information, visit www.PositiveMaths.ie, email us at info@PositiveMaths.ie, and find us on Facebook and Twitter.